It's that time again. We're back with DHNN.
This week we'll give you some updates on the hockey team season.
And we'll also show you how the esports team is doing and what the gaming club is like.
Announcements, weather, and lunch, and so much more.
DHNN starts right now. Happy February, Dartmouth, and welcome to another episode of DHNN.
We are your hosts. I'm Faith.
And I'm Han.
And before we get into today's episode, let's pause for our Pledge of Allegiance. Breaking news.
It's time for this week's important announcements.
Seniors, Dartmouth's finest signups are starting now. QR codes to access the Google Form signups will be displayed on posters around the school. There is also a link posted on Google Classroom. See Mrs. Grieve or Mr. Lima with any questions. Make sure you fill out the sign-up form to be a part of Dartmouth's finest. Attention all TEDx DHS club members, we will be having a meeting on Tuesday, January 28th during PACE and C18. Please check the Google Classroom for specific information regarding the meeting and for after-school times to work on your presentations. If you are unable to make the meeting, you must speak to either Mrs. Souza, room C6, or Ms. True, room C18. Attention, are you interested in the true crime genre? Did you take true crime investigations and are looking for more? There will be an interest meeting for a potential true crime club on Monday, February 3rd at Ms. Kearney's room C29. All are welcome. Please email Ms. K if you cannot make it.
Infectious diseases are disorders caused by germs. In today's society, people believe that sharing food or drinking from each other's water bottles is not going to get anyone sick. However, this is not the case. People from all over the globe get serious and life-threatening illnesses from germs. Sicknesses like COVID-19 have made loads of people sick or have even died because of this terrible disease. Since July of 2023, over 6 million people have died from COVID, according to the World Health Administration.
According to the CDC, here are 5 ways you can prevent infectious diseases from being spread. Number 1, wash your hands frequently. Make sure to scrub for at least 20 seconds. Number 2, if you're sick, stay home and isolate yourself to prevent your sickness from spreading into your family. Number 3, see a medical professional for advice on how to properly treat your illness. Number 4, make sure you're up to date with all vaccines and physicals. And 5, don't share any food or drinks with anybody, especially if you know if they're sick.
We made it to February.
Indeed, and we're almost at February break.
Well, let's head to our 7-day weather outlet to see if the weather will improve.
Hello everyone, I'm Mason Langlois, and this is your weekly 7-day forecast. On Sunday, it'll be a high of 30 and a low of 28, and it'll be mostly cloudy. On Monday, it'll be a high of 46, a low of 35, and mostly cloudy. On Tuesday, it'll be a high of 40, a low of 23, and this time partly cloudy. And on Wednesday, it'll be a high of 35, a low of 31, with PM snow showers. On Thursday, it'll be a high of 45, a low of 34 with showers. On Friday, it'll be a high of 40 and a low of 24, and it will be partly cloudy. And on Saturday, it'll be 33, a high of 33, with a low of 26 with PM snow. I'm Mason Langlois. That has been your weather. Back to you.
Our first story is brought to you by Landon Raposa and Samuel Jansen.
The two interviewed some players on Dartmouth High School hockey team about their season so far.
Let's take a look.
Hello, we welcome you to Dartmouth High School to listen to our talk show, Stick and Puck. Today, I, Sam Jansen, will be interviewing Michael Rapson, a sophomore on this year's hockey team, about how he thinks this season will go during this year. Now let's welcome in Michael to the set. Hello, Michael. How's your day going?
It's going good. How are you, Sam?
How are you going to contribute to the team this year?
Just like anyone else, I'm just going to bring my teammates up, get out on the ice when coach needs me,
That's
make
great.
some plays,
That's nice. How does your role differ this year compared to last year?
Most freshmen don't really, have a role on a team, but this year as a sophomore, you're getting older, you're building chemistry with the team, so.
That's great. Walk us through what it was like scoring your first varsity goal.
Coach told me to get out there, and it was great, honestly. It's just a good feeling. Get out there, score your goal.
That's great.
And
What's your goal for your future self, and how are you going to move forward from this?
just keep showing up to practice every day, keep showing up to the games, working hard, getting better. It's the only thing you can really do.
Yep. What do you think one of your weaknesses are?
For me, myself, I think my skating could definitely improve a lot. Just coming into high school, it's a lot, the speed of the game is a lot higher, and so that comes to bring everything else up.
Yeah. What are you going to do to improve that?
Again, just keep working out, showing up to practice, and improving.
That's great. What do you think your chemistry is like on the ice, with your teammates?
It's definitely improving a lot because, just more time you spend with your teammates, the better chemistry gets.
Well, thank you for your time, Michael, and good luck for the rest of your season.
Thanks, Sam.
Welcome back. Now, Leonard Raposa, will be interviewing Brady Boparlin, a junior on this year's hockey team, about their season so far. Brady, how does your leadership on this team help or hurt you through adversity?
I would say it definitely helps. Being an upperclassman in this team with a lot of freshmen coming in this year, you got to show the kids how it feels to win. Our team has had a tough time breaking 500 this year, and we're hoping that we can get it done to show them what it's like to break 500 even when you're faced with a lot of adversity.
Do you have any tough games coming up this season?
Yeah, we played Concord Carlisle, and they're a Division I team. They're really good this year, so that'll be a statement game. We'll try to beat them. If we can beat them, we can beat anybody.
What are your thoughts on Rossi picking all these tough teams?
I would say it's definitely a challenge for us. I think it gets us prepared for the playoffs for the most part. We're not going to be playing a lot of these Division I teams in the playoffs, but being able to play them now in the regular season where it doesn't really matter as much, it'll definitely matter a lot more come February.
It gives you good experience, I agree. What are your plans going into playing these tough D1 teams?
We're gonna do what we use in practice. We're gonna run our 1-1-3, which is our forecheck, and I think it'll work really well against these teams because when they try to break the puck out, we can always just keep trapping them and getting it back low in their zone. And if we play the game in their zone, they can't win. They can't score. They can't win.
Nice. Are there any other games you're looking forward to play this year besides those tough D1 teams?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to play against ORR. They're not as good. They're not on the better side of the team, but they are a rivalry, and we beat them in overtime last time. It was a close game, which it shouldn't have been, but we're hoping that this Wednesday when we play them again, we beat them by a lot more. Should be a fun one.
What are some of the problems your team has faced this year?
I would say injuries. We've been battling injuries for about 4 weeks now with Chance and Jacob Grieve both getting hurt. Grieve's been out for 2.5 weeks, and Chance has been out for a week, but we're getting Grieve and Chance back, so hopefully that problem can come to an end. We can get the team back together, get the chemistry back working.
Do you think being able to finish a game is important? Because I know you guys have been up by a couple points, multiple games, and you guys end up going into overtime and pulled one out and lost a couple.
Yeah, we've been losing by one. Most of our losses this year are by one, except for one of them we lost 5-1, but almost all the games have been a 1-point game, so that's just going to come down to closing it out at the end. We gotta stick to what the game plan throughout the game is that got us there in those situations, and if we can stick to what worked, we can start closing some games out.
Do you think that's a stamina problem, a coaching problem?
It might be like a stamina problem. I mean, we have some kids that are out there a long time, but that comes with practice. The more we sprint in practice, the more stamina we're gonna get, the more harder we can work. It's just gonna come down to sticking with what worked to get us in those situations where we are winning.
Well, it seems like you guys need to work on. How will your team improve this?
I would say that we would definitely improve this by, again, working at practice a lot more. If we go to practice every day for an hour and 20 minutes, the chemistry is going to build. We're going to become strong as a team. The team chemistry is just going to be there come towards the end of those games.
Yes. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to watching your team improve through the rest of the season.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of DHNN. This is Sierra Hart, and in today's big story, the candle company Aroma Wicks is launching a new line of candles. For a discounted price, you can get 2 candles for, wait, I'm getting news from our team that there's been a fire.
That's right, Sierra. We hear that there's been a fire involving one of Aroma Wicks' candles. Apparently, the person who reported the fire said that they saw our story and went out and bought a candle.
Holy smokes, tell us more.
Of course. Do you mind telling us what happened with the fire?
Not at all. Public Information Officer, Firefighter Anthony Poente, Poente. What we had here was we had a candle that was left lit on during the day. The person left the home. It appears that with the heavy winds that we had, a curtain touched the flame.
That's horrible. Are they okay?
Thankfully, there are no major injuries and there isn't a lot of damage to the home.
Well, I don't know about you, but I can't be the only one wondering how this could have been prevented.
You aren't the only one. So tell me, Firefighter Anthony, how could have this been avoided?
This could have been, basically it's avoided when you go to sleep. Blow out your candles. When you leave the house, blow out the candles. We do not want any lit candles left unattended. It's very important. You might have pets that are walking around that could knock them over. What happened today with the curtain near the candle, which was started the fire, because if you have drafty windows, this is a very, very high possibility, and obviously does happen. Resort to electric candles. Resort to battery-operated candles to give you that same atmosphere.
Well, I think that's all, Sierra. Maybe next time we should talk more about safety along with our stories.
I completely agree with you, Ella. Until next time, this is Sierra Hart signing off.
The esports team has a pretty good season so far.
We talked with the advisor, Mr. Bothward, and some members of the team, as well as some members of the gaming club, to see what it's all about.
Here's the story.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Mr. Bosworth. How are you?
How are you? So, how is the esports team's season?
For those of you who don't know, I am the coach of the esports team and the gaming club here at Dartmouth High. Really excited. This is our 4th year. We're going strong. Every single year we've had teams compete in various games. Kids get to play from home. So we meet here, we practice, we talk about strategy, and then it's like any other sport. You play after school, except you get to play online, which is really awesome. So we have teams that compete in Super Smash Ultimate. We've had teams in Rocket League, League of Legends, really anything you want. We're always looking for new members. You don't have to be that good to compete, trust me. They just added Marvel Rivals as an option to play. Mario Kart, you can do solos in 2K, you can do a lot of stuff. So the teams this year, we just finished up our winter season. We're gonna start our spring season soon. It starts next week. We've got a Smash team ready to go. And we're hoping they do good.
So, if students want to just join the club to play games, how does that work?
Anybody is welcome to come and play. We meet Tuesdays after school, which is harder for kids to get to, but we have a lot of people here. We have a lot of fun. And then Fridays during PACE, all you got to do is come down and talk to me or talk to anybody else in the gaming club. We'll sign you up. There are no requirements. It doesn't cost any money, and we're just here to have a good time. And the best part is, since we're a gaming club, we don't just play video games. We play card games, tabletop role-playing games, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, anything you're into. If it's geeky, if it's nerdy, if you love it like I do, come on down and have a good time.
Okay, thank you. Hi, what's your name?
Spencer Falcon.
What games do you play in the gaming club?
Magic the Gathering.
What is it like playing Magic the Gathering?
Well, it's really about luck and what kind of cards you draw. It's mostly how you build the deck and what kind of decks your friends are building.
And why is it important to play tabletop games in the gaming club and not just video games?
I mean, you could say something about more strategy, and it's more active than, say, video games, as you kind of have the cards in your hand and you get that more feeling of everything that you do is kind of your action instead of just a pre-built one that video games have.
Okay, thank you. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Nathan Gallipo.
And how is the esports team club?
It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
All right. What is your favorite game that you played?
Probably my favorite games that I've played is Mario Kart. I love playing Mario Kart with all the people there. It's a fun time.
Are you competing in any esports game teams?
I'm not, but I know some people who are. It's always interesting to hear about how it's going.
Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
Marlon.
How's the esports team been going?
It's been going pretty good.
What games are you playing?
Super Smash Bros.
And how successful have you been playing Super Smash Bros?
Pretty good.
Like, how many games have you played?
I think 8 or 7.
And do you like being on the esports team?
Yeah, it's fun.
Thank you.
So what's on the menu for lunch this week?
I don't know, but don't worry because it's time for
The Lunch Show.
Monday, February 3rd, DHS Lunch Sampler. Tuesday, February 4th, Carolina Barbecue Pulled Pork Sandwich. Wednesday, February 5th, half a day, hot lunch served at dismissal. Thursday, February 6th, Loaded Tots. Friday, February 7th, Sriracha Honey Chicken Sandwich.
Hi, I'm Dora.
I'm Robin.
Don't do that. Follow these simple rules to stay safe. Number 1, make sure you look left, right, then left again. Number 2, if a car is coming, wait for them to go. Don't go if they aren't stopping. Last rule, if a car is stopped, make sure the driver sees you, then you can sail across the street. Now it's your turn. Follow these simple rules to stay safe.
Unfortunately, we've now reached the end of today's episode.
But don't worry, tune in for next week when we have interview students in the halls on Valentine's Day.
We'll also show you some interviews of students who participated in the Poetry Out Loud competition.
And we'll also give you some highlights of the boys' basketball team.
All that and more.
Make sure to subscribe to DHTV Media and hit that notification bell to get notified about our new uploads.
I'm Han.
And I'm Faith.
And we'll see you next time on Dartmouth's one and only news program,
DHNN.